What's going on, guys? This is Jay and Joku Sneaker Principal, and today I want to talk to you about my oldest camera. It's not the oldest camera I've ever owned, but it's the oldest camera that I own right now, and that is the Canon EOS R, which was the first Canon mirrorless camera. I think I got this in 2019. 19 or 18, late 18, early 19. And it's funny because even though I've had this camera for a long time, I'm positive the shutter count on here is still relatively low compared to some other cameras that have been used continuously since 6 years. And this is the camera that I refuse to get rid of. I still hold on to it even though I don't use it as much. At first, and I'll tell you this, the first thing about this camera was when I first got it, it had nothing to do with photography. It was all about my YouTube content creation. I've been using DSLRs with video capability, and this came out, and I was like, okay, it's time to move with the times. And I won't lie, there's a little bit of gas in there too, gear acquisition syndrome. Everyone's talking about it. I had the opportunity to get it, so I got it. And as soon as I put this on in my studio, I had the adapter for the EF lenses. I believe I was using the 16 to 35 L lens, and I was in bokeh heaven. My video content looked amazing, and at that point in time I was like, this is everything, right? And what happened next was I decided to go for the RP. The RP came out, and I was like, let me check out this RP. I got the RP, and because I wanted to do a dual camera setup, I didn't want to spend as much as I spent on the R, so I figured with the RP, cost a bit less, but still there were things about the RP that allowed me to do the same thing with video. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was doing 4K. I was just doing 1080p. I just wanted good quality for YouTube, so I got the RP. And quickly, the RP became my main camera for video. It worked. It worked well, and it was lighter. It was smaller form factor. So it became my central camera, and this became my second camera, because I wanted to be able to pull it out if I wanted to take photography. I can take this with me. I'm more capable for photo camera versus the RP. And as time went on, Lumix G85 came, then the R6 came, and then the R5, and this kind of like fell to the side. But from time to time, I would always ask myself, the fact that this has such a high megapixel, I think 32 megapixels, I might be wrong about that, I'm just going off the top of my head. I always wondered, like, why wasn't this much more respected, especially for photography? For video, it is what it is, but for photography, but I fell victim to what everyone else was saying, and I kept on just kind of leaning towards the newer cameras. And the thing with Canon is, Canon be putting out cameras like non-stop. And before you knew it, this camera just sat on the shelf. And recently, I don't know, I just said, let me just grab this. It's the one camera body that I had that doesn't have a cage. I just grab it, throw a lens on here. It's what I did. I grabbed it, do a 50 1.8 on here, and I started taking pictures. And I have fallen in love with this camera all over again. In 2024, I have fallen in love with this camera. Yes, there's some quirks on here, the touch bar, and it doesnn't have the scroll wheel in the back, but nonetheless, it's still an amazing camera. It still does amazing things. So I decided this weekend to take the camera out. You can hear my kids in the other room being themselves. And I said, let me take this camera out, took it to the park, and took pictures. And I'll be honest with you, the pictures that came out, just with the 51.8 and the R, in my mind's eye, were amazing. I wasn't thinking about is this the better camera or is this the better lens? It was a beautiful sunny day, and I just played with my shutter speed and ISO and aperture, and I took some pictures. So I'm going to share these pictures at the end of this video, and you tell me, are you still using the R? Is the R still, does this still have a place for you? And if you are new to photography or the Canon Mirrorless, I'm telling you, I would say there's a lot of cameras out there, a lot of bells and whistles, but at the end of the day, what are you using your camera for? What is your intention? I have the big rig set up for video. You know, I have the cameras that I know if I'm going to an event and this low light I can pull out and I can do my thing. But if it just comes down to just taking pictures and just being an artist, all you need is paint and a paintbrush. It doesn't matter what kind of paintbrush it is. I mean, you can create amazing art with your fingertips and paint and mud. And for me, I have to say this is mud and these are fingertips, but still, there's something amazing about this camera. And you tell me. All right, y'all. Uche Joe, Sneaker Principal. Till next time.